Hi, welcome to One Under. Today is May the 14th, 2026, and it's a special week because this is the week of National Police Memorial or National Police Week. I want to talk to all the blue family out there across the nation, United States, and all those countries, New York City, Chicago, Philip, PA, Boston, those who are close. Like I said, it's May 14. Tomorrow's May 15, or today is May 15, I would say. And we celebrate the National Police Week of 2026. For those who are out there working on duty, for those who are out there doing the right things for their community. And I want to talk about that. I want to talk about, those people who sacrifice sometime their life. They sacrifice time with the families. They sacrifice time with themselves. And they sacrifice so much just to have a safe community, safe city, safe country. And people pretty much take them for granted. And it's hard to say, but it's the reality of life that we live in nowadays based on what we see and what's going on throughout the country. And I wanna talk about this. I wanna talk about the National Police Week, which is a time of remembrance, reflection, and gratitude for law enforcement officers who have made the ultimate sacrifice, especially, and as well as of those who continue to serve and protect. Its original trace back more than 60 years ago, and and have grown little by little. Is growing, and the most significant annual observance by law enforcement is this week, pretty much. The week of May, from the 15 all the way to the 20 or the 20 something. And for those who doesn't know, this whole thing started back in when John F. Kennedy was the president, due to the fact that, as far as we know, he was the one who pretty much signed a public law, which is law 87-726, in which he designate May 15 as a Peace Officer Memorial Day and the week in which it falls as Police Week. This marked the beginning of a national tradition of honoring our national fallen officers and those who still are active. In 1982 was the first official Peace Officer Memorial Service, and it was held in Washington, D.C. That's why this week, all the police officers from across the country, they go specifically to Washington, D.C., where they celebrate with the President of the United States. Whoever's in position, they will celebrate with it. And it was it's pretty much like a mothers gathering, a Senate Park hosted by most of those police union. And it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful things because you get to see all the blue families together, which normally, unfortunately, gather together from all over the country when somebody get killed in the line of duty. But this is the only week that you have the opportunity to meet other officers from across the country and celebrate with them the Police National Week in Washington, D.C. In 1984, the National Law Enforcement Officer Memorial Fund, NLEOMF, was created to establish a permanent memorial for fallen officers and for those who are still active. That same year, Concerns of Police Survivors, like COPS, was founded, providing crucial support and community for the family and colleague left behind. In 1991, the National Law Enforcement Officers Memorial was dedicated in Washington, D.C. with the name of over 12,000 fallen officers engraved, and is still engraved today. The wall bears the name of more than 24,000 officers that had been killed in the line of duty, who gave their lives in service. Today, the National Police Week and draws tens of thousands of officers from all over the country, specifically to that location, to celebrate the National Police Week. And, National Police Week continue to remind us that, the courage, the service, the sacrifice behind the badge and the enduring legacy of those who gave their lives in protection of others. And that's pretty much what police officers do each and every day, in every tour, whether it's morning, afternoon, or night shift. They go out there and they do everything and anything in their hand to protect their community, their cities, and their local town. It's a beautiful career. It's a beautiful and honor career for those who are, still active, for those who are not. And all I gotta say is that, if you ever have the opportunity to sit down and wonder what would it be, the city or the community, how would it be the state or the country without law enforcement? Because when we talk about law enforcement, we tend to believe that law enforcement or officers is only those who are in uniform and those who have to do, pretty much with the everyday driving around or patrolling, if we could say it that way. But there's a bunch of brands of law enforcement and officers. There's a local officers, there's state officers, there's correction officers, there's federal agents, they are federal officers, and there's a lot of law enforcement out there. And the reason why I'm saying this is because, we see how in this country we celebrate so many things and we have so many parades for everything and anything. But when it comes to law enforcement, they pretty much like left behind when it comes to celebration. I don't know if it's because people don't really care. I don't know if people are taking them for granted. But, they do a pretty heavy and hard job out there. And it's good to know that, there's still people out there that think about them. There's still people out there that like to celebrate, because not only officers go to Washington during this week to celebrate the National Police Week, but also their family and others that understand and know exactly what they do and what they have to sacrifice each and every day. So if you are a police officer, if you are a federal agent, correction officer, if you are a park officer or anything that have to do with law enforcement field, just I want you to know that you are special, and your job and your sacrifice are not taken for granted. There's people that believe in you, there's people that respect you, there are people that still love you guys, and there are people that understand what you guys go through. So thank you for listening. Stay tuned for more and celebrate the National Police Week starting May 15. See you next time.